What's up, guys? It's Amon-Rellik, God Slayer. You got more, you know what it is. Endwalker story to get through. Let's go. Ready for a tea break, Almond? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify while I'm stretch my legs, walk around a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come meet me there. Meet me near the stables. And I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. I want to go with this Tola. Thank you for your help. But I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I was you, I'd steal a few quiet moments for myself. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlian that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen here has to say about the Talafaroi. We might even learn something new, worth a try, don't you think? It's now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with the objectives. All right. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption. We were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Talafaroi and their unconscionable plans. Oh my goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Louisville. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the forum, and if word reached Lord Fortuno that I was helping you, I see. Sorry to have bothered you. Anybody help us, girl? Shit, what's wrong with you? Shit. Acting like you can't just say a couple of things under your breath. You could have just held the noise. You could have said something under your breath or something. Shit. Come on, Alice. They being bitches. What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew the Talafaroi. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear. And wait, you're the House Louis girl, aren't you? Levieux girl. And this man with you is obviously a foreigner. I'd heard you were disowned for helping others indulge in barbaric whims. And here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've not to say to the likes of you. Well, I must apologize. 'Twas foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Amon. Don't worry, girl. I'll slap shit out of the next nigga talk crazy, okay? Next motherfucker talk crazy, I'm gonna slap shit out of him. You just stand back, I'll slap shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, homie. Don't go talking crazy. Alright? I'm ready to slap shit. You see this sword on my back? You see this sword on my back? I done slain many a god. You hear me? And I done slapped many a bitch. So let's just get that straight before we talk. Okay. Got this beautiful woman out here singing in the background and stuff. Welcome, sir. What can I offer you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alice I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of the Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studium. It seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? It's complicated. And I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Louisville. No matter how discreet Master Fortunato may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? You have questions and only Charlene has the answers. Tell me, Master Dicker, have you ever heard of an apocalypse called the Final Days? The end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. But that's what you're here to find, information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlotte, aren't you? And few will know your face. You should be able to pass off. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none of the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food, and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? Girl, I slay gods. You know I can do anything. I can do anything and everything. Let me get this conversation started. That's the spirit. Pay attention now, and I'll explain each of these dishes need to go. Tea set is for the chatty group sitting at the water's edge. The omelet is for one of the regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at an outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them, you should see a Makote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not so sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. Homenja. Homenja. Oh, I thought this Makote was okay. No, okay, never mind. For who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. Me and my friend are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. If you want to hear about ritual arcane practices of the 6th astral era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Tea and crumpets, boys. Get them tea and crumpets. Akiza. Hello. So pretty. So pretty. You look a little stern right there, Gizla. Gizla, you look a little stern right now. Two, 4, 6, 8. Let's get no time to waste. I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. But when these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood, when will these fools grow tired? Best day of it, I say. The forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. She got that stern face, huh? Smitutia. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off to his, or been rushed off his feet. Must have been a busy time to be a gleaner. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of sorts. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Charlian. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named are for those folk who travel after the reapers in the fields, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Telepharoi make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbor and you'll soon see what I mean. They're carting loads of it from the docks all day. I've never seen this hectic before. Never seen it this hectic before. Not like this. That overcooked lobster. Alice. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best social gossip in the city. Yeah, if the Forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. Heart so well. Yeah, that cup of coffee I promised. Now let's enjoy our drink somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues. Do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Charlian? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alphino, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been, how being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently. They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos. A vast complex beneath the island. Charlian is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility. Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual? Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Looks like we got a goal. Looks like we got a goal, Alice. He was one of his cups back. Let's go. Oh, it's a dancer. But that acoustic guitar is playing, boy. That acoustic is going. I ain't gonna lie, this is like one hell of a college, cuz like technically this is like a college, you could say a college city type thing, and this is one hell of a college city, yo. Impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo. It certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As he's totally observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Amon and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Charlians know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetuated by the Telefero is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. In such case, Our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthios and assess the situation ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil a surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I see to it that each is returned to its proper place. On the stairs over there. I'll show you where the entrance is. Graha. Graha. Alice. 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 Ready? Labyrinthios is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorientating. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Off we go then. Oh, we're gonna do some walking, okay. Girl, I walk faster than you do. Now we run. Try to keep up. They're just running off. Girl, let me bust sprint. I'll bust sprint Leo ass behind. Come here, little girl. Them weird shoes on, look like ice skates. Look like ice skate shoes. I think I did attune to this shard. I'll make sure I did. Yeah, I did. Alice say, the little daughter I've always wanted. Tough but adorable. God dang, man, these places be huge as hell. when you go inside of them, but like on the outside, they don't look big at all. Who are you? Why in the hell you got a chocobo mask on? Oh, you're a chocobo keep, that's why. That's weird. Ishtola! Are y'all here now? Yes. I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Everyone into the lift.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Wow.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Ugh.
Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Okay. Hey, yo, Dobbin. Yo, Dobbin. You wanna know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy and they tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, preparing for the next big expansion. Great place for a date, huh? Great place for a date with the God Slayer. I've been down here in an age in which to get my bearings before I went bumbling about. From what I can see, however, there is not obviously out of place. It seems we shall have to resort to discreet inquiries as usual. Hey, TV. Let me think. Urea seeds should be item 1058. Cumin seeds 1059. Snurbbleberry 1060. Or the 1061. My head feels like it's stuffed with muckle grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Corinthian carrots for the Garbanian carrots? What then? Aaronville. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Yeah, see, I'm gleaning too. I'm gleaning. Okay, I don't need no repairs. I'm gleaning. Gleaning all my info. Glean. What tales did the gleaners have to... And every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. You were right, the farm is definitely up to something, and they're turning labyrinthos upside down in the process. Alright! We have made it to Labyrinthos. And in the next one, we're going to figure out what the hell's going on down here with glorified Ratcatcher. Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. We out.